Hi, I'm Dr. Walters. I'm an injector in Southwest Florida, more specifically Sarasota and Lakewood Ranch, Florida. I founded my practice 6 years ago, Aire Med Spa, and have been performing Botox and filler injections for the past 8 years. And every so often I like to come on and talk about most commonly Googled questions. I was doing a segment yesterday and then my time got shortened from a meeting that I had. So I have about 10 minutes to answer some more questions with you guys. So these are the most commonly asked questions regarding the most common skin concerns in medical aesthetics. So I'll go ahead and get started. How to fix loss of skin elasticity in the jawline and the neck. So this is probably the number one question that I get all day long at Aire Med Spa. I think it's because I do specialize in the PDO thread lift. So the PDO threads are sutures that I place underneath the skin to pull and lift the skin up and back. There are other modalities as well that I recommend to help with sagging skin, loss of elasticity, especially for that lower face and the neck region. So if you're somebody that wants a snatched jawline, or you're tired of your jowls or your sagging skin all along this area here, I have a couple solutions for you. Believe it or not, Botox is a really good solution for that area. Botox can help treat wrinkles, yes, but also it can help lift certain areas of the face. And right now, this is so hot, so trending, but Botox is actually used to help with the lower face, the jawline. So by doing some Botox injections here along the jawline and even the neck, what it does is it helps relieve the tension and the pulling from the lower face and neck, giving you a more elevated, lifted look because you don't have that tension. If you're someone that has that frowny face look, that you have that unhappy smile look at all times, or even like when your face is at rest, by doing a little bit of Botox in the lower face, that'll help pull and curl the corners of your lip up and out. But basically, the reason why our skin tends to hang and sag is because loss of collagen, loss of elasticity, natural changes that our body and our skin goes through aging, direct sun exposure, maybe you had a drastic weight loss, or maybe a couple weight losses. Maybe you're a mom and you've had dramatic weight gain and weight loss in a relatively short time, multiple times. So all of that stretching is going to affect the skin somehow. So luckily, Botox can help pull and lift the muscles. Also, a little bit of filler. I recommend usually if you have a weaker chin, your chin is a little more recessed and like behind the lip area, by bringing out the chin helps to elongate the lower face, and sometimes that can help with the jowls. The chin shadow, this area here, so right before the jowls, this area is the most underrated, undertreated area in medical aesthetics, and I love treating this area. It's probably one of my favorite areas to treat, to be honest, because not a lot of people know, hey, can you put some lip filler can you put some filler in my chin shadow here? No one does that, but a true expert in aesthetic medicine will be able to see areas where you're weaker, where do you have some shadowing, where can we use a little bit of filler, aka gel, to help enhance and heighten the look of your face and help with the shadows that's creating a look of being gaunt or sunken, or like your face is falling, basically. But basically a little bit of filler in that chin shadow area, the pre-jowl sulcus, to help with the transition between the chin area and the lower face. Another treatment I highly recommend for that area are biostimulators. What I like about biostimulators is that it treats the root cause, the health of the skin. So the reason why your skin is aging in the first place. So loss of collagen, loss of elasticity. By doing some biostimulators like Radiesse or Sculptra, which naturally stimulates your own body's collagen, you'll naturally have a little bit more firmer skin, a little more lifted skin, and to help that overall area. Sometimes a little bit of jawline filler. Sometimes I see clients with sagging skin and they have a weaker jaw, or maybe their jaw is recessed. They've lost a lot of bone in this area back here. So by doing a little bit of jaw filler to help recontour, redefine, and lift that area will give a little bit more lifted appearance. So we talked about the Sculptra and Radius for collagen renewal. Oh, okay. So let's say you don't want to do Sculptra, Radius, you don't want to do any filler, you want something a little more natural. You're more holistic when it comes to your anti-aging options. So another holistic method to produce more collagen in your skin is actually plasma injections. So PRP, platelet-rich plasma, comes from your own body. Basically, it's your own plasma cells that we're re-injecting into the skin, and in return your body is stimulating your own natural collagen. I do this very commonly for the under eyes to help brighten the under eyes for someone that does not have any volume deficit. They just have some fine lines and creasing, they have some texture, and they want to overall brighten. But also I could potentially inject it anywhere on the face, but by injecting it around here where the marionette fold is, pre-jowl sulcus, or like these areas here, this spot that just tends to pull, and so the jowls. So, or injecting it in the jowls, which really starts to sag with over time, can help strengthen the skin, firm the skin, promote more collagen. So there are many options in a traditional medical spa, and there are also holistic options. So if you're somebody that wants to go more of a natural approach, you're hesitant to start Botox or fillers, or you want something that's a little more natural to your body, I think PRP injections is a great way to start. Also, like I said, the PDO threads. So what I like about the PDO threads is that you see results right away, like instant facelift without the downtime, without the pain, without the surgical scarring. PDO threads are sutures that I place underneath the skin to pull and lift the skin up and back. So for someone that really struggles with lower face sagging of the skin or even the neck, by placing the PDO threads back by the hairline to pull and lift that area and back here really gives a natural result. I like the threads because results are natural, very little downtime. The risk compared to other more aggressive procedures, risks are very minimal, a lesser invasive procedure to help lift that sagging skin and give you a more natural look. A lot of my clients don't want to jump full force into a facelift. They want to maybe transition into and maybe see what the results would be like. So doing PDO threads would be a great way to either prolong or prevent the need of a facelift, maintain your facelift because you already had one once and you don't want to go through the downtime, or just give you a little bit of a lifted appearance. So I would say the lower face and the neck are probably the two more common areas where I treat with PDO threads, the lifting barbed threads. However, there's other places that we can lift too. I also do PDO threads for the brows to help lift and arch the brows. Think fox eye look like the Hadid sisters. Or the cheeks, I can help push up the cheek, pull back the jawline and the neck. Again, PDO threads is a very, I wouldn't say natural way, no, gives natural results and a lesser invasive way to pull and lift sagging skin. The threads we use here at Aire Med Spa are fully absorbable. So after a few months, the threads will absorb on their own in your body and also produce your own natural collagen. So in a sense, that's also another holistic, more natural option for you without having to commit to anything permanent or semi-permanent in your body. The threads will fully absorb and you'll have, in replacement, natural collagen. Sorry, my rep was texting me that my credit card expired, so trying to order more Dysport here. Okay, let's go with another question. What's the best medical grade skincare routine for someone over 40? This is a loaded question, and I talk about this all day long. It depends on how many skincare concerns you have. You could have literally a 2-step routine, and that would be the bare minimum because you need something during the day and something during the night, or you could be on a 10-step routine because you have a ton of skincare concerns and you want to address them all. So, really, it depends on what your overall concerns are. I think for anyone, especially over the age of 40, the bare minimum is going to be a daytime sunscreen every single day, no matter what, even if you don't plan on going out in the sun. Why? The sun, the UV ray light will affects us everywhere. Sitting by a window, sitting in our car. I like to use 2-in-1. Oh yeah. So also, let's not even talk about the sun. How many times are we sitting in front of a screen? And me right now, sitting in front of a screen, the blue light also affects our skin and the way our skin ages. So wearing sunscreen is the best way, wearing sunscreen every day is the best thing that you can do to prevent your skin from aging. However, we're not trying to stop aging. We're trying to reverse a little bit, but we're not, like, we're realistic with our options, right? But daytime sunscreen every day. I like 2-in-1, so if you can find a sunscreen that replaces maybe a lightweight foundation like Color Science or Tone Smart, what we offer here, or even a sunscreen that's mixed in with a moisturizer, again, I recommend medical grade sunscreen because the way it's formulated is going to be completely different. It absorbs better in your skin. Most of them are mineral, so it's not going to absorb heat in your skin, and be better for your skin overall. I mean, if you're going to invest in your skin, if you're going to invest hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on the Botox and filler and the facials, you might as well get a really good quality sunscreen, because just halfway doing it with a sunscreen that's not as good is not going to give you the results that you're looking for. And not all sunscreens have to give you the white cast, have to be sticky, greasy, or thick. Again, we have some lightweight ones that serve as a substitute for makeup. They give you an overall natural glow. They give you a little bit of coverage too, which I love. The one I'm wearing right now is called Flex, and I wear Glow as well by Color Science. I mix the two together. If you haven't checked out my video, check out my Get Ready With Me video that I did while I was at the office by our Color Science station, showing my full routine from my makeup, concealer, color balms, and the mascara and the peptide lip shine. So that would be bare minimum daytime medical grade skincare. The second medical grade skincare that I recommend to everyone over the age of 40 would be our nighttime cream, the Alpha Ret Overnight Cream. What I like about it, it's a retinoid mixed with ceramides, and the way that it's made, it's made to be gentle on your skin, not aggressive, because we don't have to be aggressive with our skin in order to see results. All we have to do is be consistent. So applying this on your skin every single day is gonna give you the results you're looking for. It's gonna brighten your face, smooth texture, help treat fine lines, pigment, overall complexion. So you need the daytime to protect your skin, and you need the nighttime to repair your skin overnight, because that's when our skin heals and repairs itself and help with the overall damage that we did to the skin during the day. So bare minimum, that would be my 2 recommendations for anyone over the age of 40. Now, if you have concerns with your under eyes, I do feel like anyone over the age of 25 should be on a good under eye cream, because the under eye is very quick to age, kind of like the neck, because the area is so thin and so delicate, and we get a lot, again, of UV, blue light, overall environmental damage to our eye. How many times are we rubbing our eyes because we're tired? We're rubbing that makeup off of our eyes, and it just, you know, that pore area just gets a lot of friction, and a lot of a lot of aging goes down around that area. So anyway, using a good under eye cream, I would recommend that to anyone who's 25 or older. And gosh, what else would I recommend? maybe a vitamin C and antioxidant. And then if you struggle with pigment, rosacea, hydration, those would be also add-ons that I would recommend. So yeah, I guess bare minimum sunscreen, overnight retinoid cream. Think about the vitamin C and antioxidant, and think about the under eye cream. And don't forget the lips. You know, my secret for hydrated lips, besides lip filler, but if you're looking for hydrated lips, I actually, and this is not something I even sell, it's just something that I've been doing for years that I've found to be helpful for me. But applying Vaseline to your lips every single night before you go to bed will really help soak in that hydration, especially if you live here in Florida. If you live in a drier climate, this actually doesn't work. But putting on Vaseline to your lips every single night before you go to bed will help prevent your lips from becoming dehydrated and too dry. And during the day, applying a nice hydrating lip balm. Okay. Do collagen supplements really help with skin laxity and skin sagging? The short answer, yes. The long answer, there are clinical studies to show some supplements help to improve collagen over time. Now, if you're, trying it out for a week to 2 weeks, you might not notice results right away, to be honest with your skin. However, I will say as an injector, when I am injecting in my patients that do take an oral collagen, I can always tell that they're taking it. Their skin just overall is firmer. I have to push a little harder for the needle to get through the skin. But yes, definitely does make a difference. We want to help create that nice, healthy, firm structural foundation to our skin, because when our skin fibers are weak and we have a weak foundation to our skin, that's when our skin starts to fall, it starts to sag, we lose collagen and elasticity, and then everything is so paper thin, it starts to fall. Yes, one day potentially you could get a facelift, but you know what? If you lift sagging, thin skin, it's not gonna last very long, it's not gonna look natural, and it's not gonna look good, to be honest. You want to treat the health of your skin, and by doing this, taking the oral collagen supplements, doing yearly collagen injections like Sculptra to help rebuild within. All right, well, that's all the time I have for today. Hopefully I was able to provide some useful information. Is my camera light on? Yes, it is. Hopefully you found this session to be helpful. If you have any comments, questions, you want to hear me talk about anything specific regarding medical aesthetics, any procedures, treatments that we offer, any skincare concerns that are common to the public, please give me a DM, comment, like, subscribe, share. Follow me on all my socials at Dr. Walters DNP. And until next time, I don't know why I did quotations. Until next time, look and feel like a millionaire.